everyone, it's Mike.
And Ravin.
And we're about to play our next game of Marvel United.
Yeah.
We got our team set up. We got Jean Grey, Thor, and Korg.
Yeah.
Against Loki. So it's interesting. We're not going to play the what's the version of it? It's the Trader Challenge yet. We might do that with the anti-heroes.
Yeah, that's what
we'll
we were
play with
thinking.
a bunch of anti-heroes and see who the traitor is, maybe.
Yeah.
So Loki, I haven't played against him yet. How he works. His special rules is when a hero is KO'd, Loki doesn't activate his BAM. Instead, draw another Master Plan card and add it to the storyline face down. Kind of like we did Juggernaut last night, right? So he'll probably go through his cards faster.
Yeah.
And then his overflow is if one or more civilians or thug tokens can't be added to the location, Loki gains 1 extra health.
Oh.
So it can go above his starting value too. So his free characters, he starts with 5.
Okay. That's good to know.
And his BAM is deal 1 damage to each hero in his location.
Okay.
Some of his threats around the board too are like his Master Trickster. If you damage him there, you take a damage too.
Yeah.
He has illusions, so he can't take damage if he's in that location. So that's going to be a pain.
Absolutely.
And then we also have Frost Giants. We got the big Frost Giant over there. We don't have the other one.
Cool.
Over there, but he has Frost Giants as threats too, and they have 5 life each.
Cool.
And if you BAM there, you take an extra damage. We're also playing with extra terrain and miniatures there too to add to the game too.
Yeah.
So the civilians will have some from Marvel Zombie side and other ones too. We have some of the Cmon Song of Fire Ice guys too for them.
Yeah.
And then the thugs will use some other guys too, like this guy. We have some other ones we're going to use too for the thugs.
Yeah.
Also, you haven't seen our other video. We're doing the giveaway for Marvel United too.
With Venom Walmart exclusive.
Yeah,
Venom.
we didn't get the Venom, but this one, the Walmart exclusive, comes with them instead of
Yeah.
Wasp. So all you got to do is to enter. You can like and comment on this video or any other Marvel United video we do, or the giveaway video we put up a few days ago. Say maybe a character you like or your favorite hero, and like and subscribe, and you can enter.
And previous entrants and subscribers are totally welcome to
People that's one can enter too.
Yep.
We already have a couple people that has a couple entries already too.
Yeah, cool. Oh, if there's an anti-hero that you want us to try too, let us know.
For the trader version, yeah. I still I'm working on Mystique and Magneto right now.
And then I think...
Yeah, we have all the boxes in the background later. If you see, those are the ones that we have.
Yeah.
So any of those boxes you see in the background, it's the ones that we have now that you haven't seen us use. We can paint them up and use for the game.
Yeah, we recently got the gold team and the blue team.
Yeah, we want to try that out too. The
I don't know if we talked
team
about
versus
it.
teams.
Yeah. I'm really excited about Rogue. I like Rogue.
So Raven's just going to roll the die to see where Loki's going to land. 2. So he'll be at Asgardian Palace. And then we'll go opposite at Avengers Tower. So Loki's there. We're over there with Coulson as a civilian.
Yeah.
So Raven's going to draw Loki's first card. He's going to move 5 clockwise, put some civilians and thugs. So we'll move them first. I'll put that in the storyline here. So I moved up into the throne room, and then he's going to put 2 thugs and 1 civilian in that location, and it's a target, but there's no target there. There's just a BAM.
Okay.
So we put the civilians and thugs down in the location. So we got all spots are now filled up in the top there.
Yeah.
So we're going to have to go clear some of those up.
All 3 of those locations it filled up, right?
Yeah, because that one's filled up too. We got our thugs and civilians up there. And there's all filled up.
Yeah, and we learned from Juggernaut, Overflow is bad.
Overflow is bad in general, but yeah, that's just... Because his overflow... Can I read for the guy? Oh yeah, he'll get more health. We don't want him to get more health.
No.
So then it's going to go over to... Jean Grey's going to go first?
Yeah.
And we'll draw our cards.
So this is what I've got for Jean Grey. And I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to use. Because we want to move...
You got what's the ability? Because we haven't used Jean Grey yet. What does that one do?
No, one of her ability cards, Major Telekinesis. So you have a heroic action and a fight split as you like in your and adjacent locations.
Cool.
Which is neat. And then it's a move too. So
we'll figure out what she's going to do.
Yeah. So I've decided that I am going to use major telekinesis. So I'm going to split the heroic action in the fight. I'm going to use the heroic action where I am right now to try to clear up some of that. And then I'm going to use the fight to get rid of one of the thugs in my adjacent location.
Sounds good. And then you still have to move, so you're going to move to the hangar bay, you said?
Yep, I'm going to move here.
Nice.
So that's Jean Grey's turn.
Okay, so we're going to do Thor. So he's going to pick up.
Oh, he's got 2 of those now.
Against a single enemy in your location. Wow, and he can move.
Yeah.
And then he has those 2. So I don't know if we're going to move him over to fight the Frost Giant, but we'll see.
Yeah. So Thor's going to use, I think he say it Molinar. I'm not 100% though. If you know how to say it, please put it in the comments. And we're going to use Jean Grey's fight to move over to the Golden City. Use the 3 fights, Jean Grey's move, sorry, to move over to Golden City.
Yeah.
Use his 3 fights on the Frost Giant and then move back.
Sounds good. So he's gonna run over there, hit him, and then run back?
Yep.
Okay. So he moved over. He's gonna do 3 damage to the Frost Giant.
Yep.
So it has 2 left. And then he's just gonna go back.
Boop.
He said boop.
I did say boop.
And that's Thor's turn. So these are the cards I got for Korg. And then his next one, more fighty. So I think we got 2 fighters with Thor and Korg, and then Jean Grey thinks she can manipulate a little bit.
Yes.
So I'm thinking about using his ability card maybe, but we'll see what we're going to do with him.
Okay.
So Korg's going to move over to the Golden City with Thor's move. And then for his ability card, I'm going to do 2 fights in your location. So I'll do that to the giant. And that's 1 threat gone. And he has 1 more fight on the card. I'll take that and get the thug off. So Korg's done. And that location, you may move to any other location at the end of your turn.
So it says any, so you could literally go to the other side of the board if you want.
Yeah, you can go anywhere you want.
Yeah.
Do I want to go where Jean Grey is? I think I'm good. I'm going to stay there.
All right.
Because he's a fighty one. I might move him over to do the other Frost Giant next. We've already got 1 gone.
Cool.
Hopefully, I don't know, because I haven't played against Loki. I don't know if he can summon more like Frost Giants or anything. That might be a pain in the butt.
Yep.
But we'll do Loki's turn next. Everything's trends. Yep, just put it in. So he's going to move to and bam. So let's do that first. He's going to go to the Sentinel space station and then bam there. So his bam is deal 1 damage to each hero in Loki's location. Nobody's there.
Awesome.
All the Frost Giants have a bam too. Nobody's in the Frost Giant spot, so we're not going to take a damage there.
Perfect.
There's no target, so that part's done. Sorcery. So this is new. What's that? Each hero alone in their location takes 1 damage. If no hero is alone, draw another Master Plan card and add it face down to the storyline.
Oh, crap.
So each hero alone. That's all
alone.
So that sucks.
Yeah.
So we all take 1 damage. Okay. So we'll decide which cards we're going to get rid of. So I'm going to get rid of that card with Korg. Thor, we're going to get rid of his single fight.
Yep.
And you want to get rid of the
single heroic action.
Okay. And then go at the bottom of our decks. So it's Jean Grey's turn next.
So I pulled a wild.
Nice.
I'm going to use Jean Grey's move and heroic action.
Okay. And then you have Korg's fight. You're going to take one of those slugs off before you go, you said?
Yes.
Okay.
So. And then I'm going to move here and put another star on this card.
That works.
Yeah, that's Jean Grey.
Now it's Thor's turn. You got 2 fights. Nice.
All right, so Thor's going to use Molinar. I'm not sure how to say it. And then, but first, before he does that, we're going to use Jean
Grey.
Move and
not Dark Phoenix.
Move and heroic action to clear up this threat.
Oh yeah, we have 2 threats cleared now. Nice.
Yeah.
And what's the end turn there? You may search your deck. You may search your deck for 1 card and set it aside. Then shuffle your deck and place that card on top.
Why would you want to set it aside?
Well, you set it aside first, then you put it on top of your deck.
Oh.
And then you're basically stacking your deck.
Oh,
like
cool.
You're looking for a card, and then your next turn you get it back.
Which makes sense with Loki stuff. We're going to be trickery.
Well, that's the Avengers Tower. I don't think that came with Loki, but yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so.
And then you're going to use a move from Jean Grey to go where Korg is?
Yep. And then we're going to use the Molinar move to go over where all that other stuff is and attack that Frost Giant for 3 damage.
Okay.
So 1 here, and then 1 here, and then 3.
Nice. So that Frost Giant only has 2 health left. It's not as big as Galactus, but he's still pretty big. I think he's one of the second biggest walls we have, too.
Yeah.
And the Kingdom Death Dragon, too.
Yep.
It's pretty big. So that's Thor's turn. So I'm going to go over the Korg. I got a heroic action and a fight for my card. I can move and fight those. There's 2 life left on the Frost Giant. Life?
Yes.
Right? So I think what I'm going to do is going to use Thor's move to go over to where Thor is. And I'm going to use Korg's double fight to clear up the rest of the health on the Frost Giant. And we beat it.
Awesome.
So at the end of the turn at the throne room, what's that word? You may move any other hero to a location adjacent. You may move any other hero to a location adjacent to them. Oh, so like I could move Jean Grey over to Golden City, or I could move Thor over to Gold. Yeah, so you can move people around.
Yeah.
You're kind of commanding them because you're the throne room, I guess, right?
Yeah.
And then we got rid of the Frost Giant too, so he's gone.
Yeah.
So at the end of my turn, do I want to move anybody over? It doesn't even say if the other person has to agree. I could be like, no, you're going there type of thing.
Yeah. You could move Thor too.
Yeah, I can move anybody. I can move if we had another person playing, we could too.
Yeah.
I don't know if Loki goes backwards.
No, but we did figure out that they do.
Some of them, yeah. I think because when I was painting some, I think Sabretooth goes backwards too because he hunts people.
Right.
Do you think we could move? Do you want to move Thor over to the next location because then he has a start off of clearing up that location, or
sure, that's a good idea.
Okay, so I'm going to tell Thor to go over to the Asgardian Palace. So do you want to move Thor over there? Hopefully that wasn't a bad decision. We'll see.
Nope, we'll see.
And now it's Loki's turn. What's Loki going to do now? 4 and bam. So we'll do the move first. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, he's going to go where Korg is. So Loki moved where Korg is. Lucky we got rid of that Frost Giant because then the Frost Giant would have hit us too.
Yeah.
So deal 1 damage to each hero in Loki's location. So Korg's going to take a damage. I'm going to get rid of my heroic action I don't need because that's there. I'm going to get rid of my heroic action and fight card.
Okay.
So he only has 1 health left.
Okay.
So that BAM part's done. There's no other BAMs on the board because we got rid of the Frost Giant. So we need to put 2 thugs in his location. And that's Overflow because there's not enough. So if 1 or more, it's not each one, can't be placed in his location, he gains 1 additional health. So he gains 1 more health. So he's at 6 life now. He's going to add a thug to the next spot where Thor is, and that has Overflow too because there's not enough. So he's going to gain another health.
Oh, jeez.
Well, that's going to be a pain.
Yep.
And then in the Golden City, he's going to put another thug, and there's not Overflow there. So lucky there was an Overflow in that spot.
Yeah.
So lucky we have fighters because maybe we can bring his health down, but
we got to clear some crap up first.
Yeah. And Korg's only has 1 hit point.
Yikes. Okay.
But that's Loki's turn. And now it's over to Jean Grey.
So I pulled 2 heroic actions.
And we have 2 fights from Korg for you too.
All right.
You have a wild and 2 fights also. Huh.
So I'm going to use my wild to move to the Golden City and use one of the fights to clear up a thug, and that's about it.
Okay.
Before we go to do Thor, at the end of my turn, I could move to any other location. That's
Okay.
where I am now.
Where do you want to go?
Maybe I should move to where Thor is to help Thor?
Next turn? Yeah, it's up to you. Because we need some help with, we need clearing up
Yeah, we got to clear
where
stuff
Korg
up.
is or where Thor is. So where do you want to go?
Maybe I'll move where Korg is, because Korg's down to 1 wound.
Okay. And then we'll go to Thor.
Yeah. Move and a fight.
Nice. So you have a wild with your 2. And we said we might not want to clear up a threat right now because we want to get more thugs down. We want to try to get them both at the same time.
Yeah. How many? There are 2 thugs in that area?
Yeah.
So he's got 2 fights.
So you're going to do the 2 fight card?
Yeah, and then with the wild, he could clear up a civilian.
That works.
Yeah.
So you cleared up that zone pretty good.
Yeah.
And we only need to get 3 more thugs and 1 more threat to finish 2 missions. So that's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
And now we'll go over to the Korg. I got a heroic action card. I have 2 fights from you. I have a move and fight. Ooh, we don't have any. Oh, there's thugs there.
Yes.
So I can use 2 fights, 3 fights. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to use my move and fight card.
All right.
So right now I have 3 fights total.
Okay.
2 from Thor and 1 from Korg. So I'm going to clear up those 3 thugs that are in my location. So we finish the thug mission now. So now Loki's going to go every 2 turns instead of every 3.
Yep.
And I still have a move left. You may move to any other hero. And then I can go to any location.
Yeah, so you could... Oh, no, but you're not there at the end of turn, so that doesn't work that way. Never mind.
What?
I was going to say, you could use your move and then use the end of turn to move me, but no, it won't work that way.
No.
Because it's end of turn, you have to be there.
I don't know if Loki has a 0 card, because I don't want to move too much and then Loki's going to come to me and then hit me.
Yeah.
So I'm going to forfeit my move and stay there with Korg. And then you may move any other hero to a location adjacent to them. So I can move Jean Grey over to the Golden City, or I can move her over to the Asgardian Palace. I think I'm going to move Jean Grey over to the palace. That way, because we have to clear up a threat, and there's a threat there that we can clear up. So I'm going to move her over there.
Okay.
So that's it for Korg, and now it's Loki's turn.
Yeah. Don't be something scary. Don't be something scary.
Free. So it's free and bam. So we'll move him free first, and then he'll do his bam. No one's going to be there.
Awesome. So, 1, 2, 3.
So there's no frost giants and no one in this location, so no one's going to take a damage. But let's spread discord. Each hero not alone in their location takes 1 damage. If all heroes are alone, draw another master plan card and put it face down.
Wow.
So
okay.
each hero not alone in their location.
So now Thor and Jean Grey
take a damage because they're not alone.
Down. Yeah.
If all heroes are alone, okay, no one's all alone. Okay, so that's the opposite kind of the other card, right? Weird. Okay, so Jean Grey and Thor both take a damage now.
All right.
So you want your heroic actions with Jean Grey to clear up the threat, right? So
yes.
you're getting rid of the double fight?
Yes.
And then Thor's going to get rid of the move and fight because she's probably going to use the heroic action to clear up the mission too, right?
Yeah, and then we can start hitting Loki.
Yeah.
Which is good.
So that's Loki's turn. And then it's going to go over to Jean Grey. And you got a move and a heroic action. And then you also have a move and a fight from Korg.
All right.
We've already probably decided you want to clear up that threat, right? With the 2 heroic actions?
Yes, and then I will use Korg's move and fight to move to the Sentinel space station.
Okay.
And get rid of that thug.
Okay. So Jean Grey's going to use Korg's move and fight to go to the Sentinel space station, you said?
Yep. And clear up a thug.
So now it's going to go over to Thor. And you're going to... So you have 2 move and heroic actions.
All right.
And you have... You got all the heroic actions. Then you have 2 heroic actions from Jean Grey. So we can use... You're going to use your move and heroic action card.
Yep. We're going to clear up that threat that Thor's in now with the palace.
So now we can start hitting Thor. Not Thor. Start hitting Loki.
Yeah.
And at the end of turn at that place, you may add up to 2 civilians or 2 thugs to any location. Maybe if you're trying to finish a mission or if you want different things, that's why you would do that?
Yeah. Considering the stuff with Overflow, I wonder if there's some that you want them to overflow.
Maybe, I'm not sure.
Maybe that's an anti-hero thing.
Yeah, that would work too, right? If you're playing the anti-hero or you're playing the villain mode, right? If you're the villain.
Yep.
Type of thing.
He hasn't moved yet.
And you did... How many heroic actions did you declare at 1?
Yeah.
So you still have 2 from Jean Grey and a move. So do you want to move over to the Sentinel station? And then you can use the 2 from Jean Grey on that location. Because that's the illusion one that he can't take any damage if he's there. Yeah. So that would be a pain.
That's actually in the one that Loki's standing.
Yeah, so there's 2 illusions next to him, right?
We gotta wait for him to move.
Yeah, so we can't even get him in both this location or that one because illusion's there.
Right.
So we can't even damage him. So that was Jean Grey's? No, that was Thor's turn. So now it's going to go over to Korg.
It's 2, so doesn't Loki go now?
Oh, yeah, because... Yep, so Loki's going to go. So what's Loki going to do? 1 and bam. So we'll move him over 1 first to the Avengers Tower. He'll bam. Nobody's there.
Thankfully.
And then, this is his civilian card. So the target, there's no target ones. So he'll put 2 civilians in the Avengers Tower. And then 1 on each side of them. So there won't be any overflow. So that's good.
Yeah.
So Loki put a bunch of civilians down.
Yeah.
Which we kind of need we don't need to finish that mission, but if we do, we'll get an extra card.
Yes.
So.
I don't think we've ever done that.
We have.
That we've done
in one of the missions. I think this is episode 7 now. I think in at least one of them we've done all 3 missions.
Okay.
And then it will go over to Korg's turn. So I drew a wild for Korg. And I have a move and a heroic action. So I'm going to use Korg's wild. And I'm going to use the wild to move. I'm going to use Thor's card to move again to the Sentinel space station. And then I'm going to use Thor's heroic action to clear up the illusion because we want to be able to damage Loki. So we'll get rid of that one.
Yeah.
So we're all in the same spot. At this one, you may discard 1 card from your hand to the bottom of your deck to swap a card from your hand with one of the face-up cards in the storyline. So I can get rid of my heroic action card to get back another one of my cards in the storyline. Which...
One of the big fights, maybe.
Yeah, his ability card that I used at the start.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do that. I'm going to put... You may discard a card from your hand to the bottom of your deck to swap a card... Oh, okay. So I have to discard a card from my hand first to the bottom of my deck to swap a card from your hand with one of the face cards in your storyline. So you have to have 2 cards to do that.
Okay.
Because I have to discard a card and then another card in my hand. You're basically getting rid of a card to get a better one, so I can't do that ability.
Okay. Until we can get another card.
Yes.
But we don't have anything to do that at the moment.
Nope.
Okay.
So Korg's done.
All right.
So it's over to G. Gray.
So I can split heroic action and a fight as you like in your and adjacent locations.
Cool.
So I'm going to use Jean Grey's Major Telekinesis. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to move over to Hangar Bay.
Okay.
I'm going to use the heroic action from there and the wild from Korg's card to put 2 on the illusion. Hopefully getting closer to clearing it up. And then I'm going to use that fight because I can do it in minor adjacent locations to hit Loki for 1.
Nice, and you can take damage over there from it. Nice, so we did the first damage to Loki.
Yeah.
When Jean Grey uses bind stuff over Loki, who could go, it'd be weird. That'd be an interesting fight.
Yeah.
And now we've done 2 things, so now it's over to Loki.
Okay.
So what does Loki want to do? 2 and bam. So he's going to go over to the throne room.
One, 2.
He's going to bam. Nobody's there. No target cards there. It's funny that some of them have that target on their card, but they don't really have target threat cards. It's weird that it's on there.
Mm-hmm.
So he's going to put 2 thugs in his location. So there's no overflow there. And then he's going to put 1 in Asgardian Palace.
And then another one in Golden City, right?
Yeah, and the other one's at the Golden City. So no overflow. But we're starting to fill up again, so that's going to be a pain.
Yeah.
And then it's over to
Thor.
Okay.
So he pulled 2 heroic actions.
And you have a move from Jean Grey.
So Thor's going to use his 2 heroic actions. And with Jean Grey's move, he's going to move to where she is.
And one's for the civilian and one's for the mission.
Yep.
So we got all the threats off the board.
And look at what the end turn is for that one.
You may gain 1 move, 1 heroic action, or fight token. Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
We've only saved 2 civilians so far, though. I thought we've saved more than that. I guess not.
No.
Weird. Okay, and then your turn's done, right?
Yeah.
So
at the end of his turn, he may gain a move, heroic action, or a fight token. What do we think we want to get him?
Well, Loki's going to be a pain getting life. Do you think we should get a fight token?
I think so.
And on that, on Thor is going to be mean too?
Yep. So I think that's good.
Okay, so I'm going to do Korg next. What do you draw? Korg? I got a fight card. So I have 2 heroic actions and a fight. Oh, I can't move anywhere. We could have played it because we don't do that too much, but we got to play off each other as a team. I could have told you to give me a move, and then I could have moved, but
yeah,
we're playing for fun anyway.
Yeah,
if we're playing for keeps, maybe you should have used the move and heroic action because then I could have used the move to go. Right?
Yeah.
What's up?
This might be weird, but because Korg has 2 cards in his hand now.
Yeah.
And where he is,
you always have to play a card, so I'm not going to be able to do it.
You can't. Okay,
there's no.
mind.
I don't think there's a way that, or if there's anybody that can forfeit playing a card.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to figure out. If there was a way that he could not play a card.
So now I'm going to play for the advantage to the next person that's going to go, which is Jean Grey. So we don't really need heroic act. Well, if we're up on the top of the board, we got to clear up some civilians. So do you want a fight or a heroic action for Jean Grey, do you think? because there's lots of civilians, maybe a heroic action, you think?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so I'm going to play his heroic action card. Doesn't do anything. And then I can't do the space station thing right now anyway.
All right.
Oh, everybody's at 1 hit point too, right? Oh, that's a pain. So, Korg's done. Now it's going to go over to Loki. Okay, what is Loki doing? Oh, we haven't seen a 0 yet. 0, bam, so nothing. What's
Each
this?
hero not alone in their location takes 1 damage. Oh no. If all heroes are alone, draw another master plan card and add it face down to the storyline.
Okay, so the bam doesn't happen, but each hero not alone in their location, so that's Thor and Green Gray, take 1 damage. Okay, so Korg won't get it, but Jean Grey and Thor are going to take a damage. So those are abilities that are kind of annoying.
Yeah.
So we'll put that on the storyline. So let's do Jean Grey first. Jean Grey would take 1 damage, so her card will go to the bottom of her deck. She now has no hit points, so she gets KO'd. So normally if a hero's knocked down, the villain activates his BAM, which would deal 1 damage to someone in this location. But Loki has a special rule. When a hero is KO'd, Loki doesn't activate his BAM. Instead, draw another master plan card and add it face down at the storyline. So we'll have to add a master plan card. So he's going to go through those faster. Like, there's a problem with Juggernaut, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And then on your next turn, you get 4 cards. So you're going to have more cards later.
Awesome.
Same thing's going to happen to Thor. Sword's going to take his last damage. You don't lose your token.
Awesome.
I'll double check that because that doesn't happen.
Yeah, I was just about to ask you that.
You discard, lay the hero down. I don't see anything on the back of the rules summary, so.
Okay.
Now he'll add another card to the master plan deck, face down. It'd be nice if these are those spread discord things, face down. Those are annoying.
Yeah. So he only has 3 left.
Oh, you just counted?
Yeah.
Ooh, we might lose again. And we haven't done that once. Maybe next time we'll play with Khaleesi, or we'll each control 2. We haven't played with 4 characters yet. We've played with 3 with Khaleesi, but we haven't played with 4 heroes yet. So maybe next time
we'll try.
Or we're doing the blue and gold team. You have 2 and I have 2.
Yeah.
2 versus 2, maybe?
Yeah.
Okay. And that's his turn. So, and who was last? Korg. So it's Jean Grey's turn now. So Jean Grey would stand up. She would draw 4 cards. And I'll move the camera over to show what she got.
This is what she got. 2 telepathies, too. Swap the previous hero card in the storyline with any other hero card in the storyline. That's cool. And it's a wild. So that's what she pulled for standing up. So I'm going to use Jean Grey's double wild.
Okay.
So she's going to move here.
For one of the wilds?
Yep. And then for the other wild and her leftover heroic action, I'm going to clear these 2 civilians.
Okay. And Jean Grey's done.
Yeah, and at the end of my turn, I may search the deck for 1 card and set it aside, then shuffle your deck and place that card on top.
Okay. So we'll let you look at your deck. So you're going to put the fight, you have double fights you're going to put on top?
Yeah, she's only got 3 cards left anyway, but we'll put the double fight on top.
Okay. So now it's going to go over to Thor. He's going to get up. And then he's going to draw 4 new cards. Double ones are nice.
Oh. He's got a lot of those. We've used at least 2 already.
Oh, the magic. 2. Yeah, I think you have 3 of each ability.
Okay.
Yeah, because those are the cards that Thor got. And then we'll figure out what we're going to do with Thor. So you have 2 wilds.
I have an idea. Use the double wilds to move. Move. Use the move on that to move into Loki's zone and do 3 damage to him right off the bat.
That works.
Makes sense to me.
Okay. So, what's Thor going to do, you said?
So, Thor drew another Molinar card. So we're going to use the double wilds to move to Golden City. That's the first thing we're going to do.
Okay.
Then we're going to use the move from Molinar to move into Loki's location and do 3 damage to him.
Nice. And how much life does he have left?
Let me count it. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah. And how? I think he's added. Did he gain 3 life?
He did.
Yeah. So we would have killed him if he didn't gain life.
Yeah. Boo. Okay.
But Thor fought Loki, and he has 3 life left.
Yeah.
And that's the throne room. So you may move any other hero to a location adjacent to them. We can move people closer. Who's next? Korg, right?
Yes.
So let's move Korg closer then.
Yeah.
So he's not in frame right now.
Oh, move Korg there.
It has to be adjacent to them.
Adjacent to Korg or adjacent to Thor? That's
you may move any other hero to a location adjacent to them.
Oh, okay, so he can't. Okay, never mind. Move him there. I thought it had to be adjacent to Thor, not adjacent to Korg. That's why I was confused.
So now it's Loki's turn?
Yeah.
Sec. So, what's this he do? 2. Oh, phew, he just passed Korg. So he's going to move 2 to the Sentinel space station. Lucky you moved Korg, or he would have got hit here.
Yep.
And would have got bammed.
Yep.
So that helped. So he would do his bam. Nothing, or the frost giants are all gone.
Awesome.
And now he's going to put 2 civilians in his spot. And then 1 civilian on each side of him, so there won't be any overflow. So, lucky there wasn't any overflow. You didn't get any health back.
Yeah.
And now it's going to go over to Korg's turn. So Thor had a fight token that he would have used on Loki too. So he would have been down to 2 life now, right?
Yes. Awesome. Totally forgot about that.
So I'm going to pick up Korg's card, and I got to move. So I got to move from Thor. I got to move card and a fight. So all I can really do right now then is I'm going to use Thor's move and then his fight card to do 1 damage to him. So Thor's move. And then I'm going to use my fight to do 1 damage. And he has 1 hit point left. And it's over to
Jean Grey.
Jean Grey now. What did you pick up?
She picked up her double fight.
Nice. Oh, yeah, because you put that on top, right?
Yes.
Okay.
All right, so I'm going to use Jean Grey's telepathy card. I'm going to use that wild to move to Hangar Bay.
And then the ability.
Swap the previous hero card in the storyline with any other hero card in the storyline.
So we're going to swap the fight card from Korg.
Yes.
To the move and fight card that's up here. And now you have a move and fight left.
Yeah. So she'll move over here and do the last point of damage to Loki, and we'll kill him.
So it worked. Funny how it worked out that her ability is the one that saved us in the end, right? Being able to switch. Jean Grey's psychic powers beat Loki.
Well, and Loki was down to 2 cards. So
what were the last 2? Because it's only 2 here. No. Master of Illusions. What's that?
Move clockwise to the next location with an illusion threat card.
Okay, well, we took those out. So
it's a good thing we did.
So then he could protect himself. Okay.
That's interesting.
And then he had to free more civilians.
So they wouldn't have been too bad, but...
Yeah, if you had that one coming early, or if you're trying to damage him and he moves to illusion.
Yeah, it's a good thing we took those out. So if you're playing this game and you are playing with Loki, make sure you take those illusion cards out.
Oh, of course. And then the other 2 that were face down in the storyboard. Another sorcery one, that's the alone one, and then he had another more thugs.
Yeah.
So he did a mix of thugs and civilians, so
he
was a little tough fight.
He was.
having Jean Grey really helped. I don't think that at the end there being able to swap that card, we might have been able to get to him because he was moving around and stuff. So
Yeah, well,
because we still had a little bit of cards, but he was running out of cards in his master plan deck, right?
yeah.
He was going to run out of the cards before we did.
Yeah, and we didn't do if we had planned the previous person planning for the next person a little bit better, like you talked about. Maybe
Yeah, we haven't done that too much, but it's still kind of worked out for us. But if you're playing tournament wise, or like if we're doing the blue team versus gold team, when you're trying to mid max your cards to get the best out of them, maybe that's when we try to focus more on playing off each other.
Yeah, and if the if the villains keep getting more difficult, because it seems like every villain we've played have gotten progressively more difficult.
Yeah, I think Juggernaut was a little bit harder. Juggernaut was pretty rough.
Yeah, definitely.
Green Goblin was a pretty hard one too.
Yeah, and was it Taskmaster that had some weird ones too? I forget, but yeah, it's a fun game though. I really enjoy it. If you've checked it out and you like it too, let us know. I'm curious what characters other people like.
Yeah, because we've had a couple of people say that people like Spider-Man and Wolverine. We've played with Spider-Man. I'm painting up Wolverine soon too.
Yeah, and it's interesting. The different powers they have are really interesting, and how they play off of the villain, let alone play off of each other.
Same as the locations too, right? Some of those locations I've been going through all the ones we've gone randomly, so we have a couple more that we haven't played yet, and then when we get through them all, we'll do the randomness again.
Yeah, and then eventually we'll do some of the, like you said, some of the special ones, like the secret identity one that Spider-Man had, and I forget what the one that you were just talking about before earlier.
The treachery one, where one's the traitors. So
yeah, I think that'll be cool.
You draw cards at the start, and someone's helping the villain, and then after you finish the first mission, you find out who the person helping is, and then they play as a villain type of thing.
Yeah, I think that would be cool. That'd be really cool.
Also, all the miniatures, some of the terrain you see here too will be in the store too.
Yeah. And the characters.
Yep. So all these ones will be up into the store now that we've played them. If anyone wants, if you like them and you want to try to get them or help support too, so we can get other new stuff.
Yeah.
They'll be up in the Etsy and eBay store too.
So make sure you check it out, especially if you like them, because sometimes they go fast.
Yeah, especially when we did the zombie side and the zombie Marvel, some of them went, especially people like Thor and Hulk, went up pretty fast.
Yeah, I'm curious about when we get the zombie versions of Thor and of the hero characters.
Oh, for Marvel zombie side?
Yeah. So thanks for coming out. Don't forget to like and subscribe and enter the giveaway.
Yeah, if we want more people, you can share too, because I think last time I checked, we're at 552 or 4 or something. So awesome. Once we hit 600, we'll be giving that core box away.
Yeah, so make sure you share around. And of course, we always appreciate the support, and we will see you next time.
See ya.